All right, I'm gonna make another one. I said I was gonna chill for the day and shit, but man. Anyways, this shit in when I was in Camp Kilpatrick, right? Uh, it was a motherfucker who was bringing in. It wasn't me, but the nigga was bringing in every drug you could think about, even acid tabs, ecstasy. That's when ecstasy was really started kicking off back in like '01. Acid tabs. The nigga had like some heroin. He had some crystals. The nigga had the powder. He was doing his thing. Fucking somehow somebody ended up either snitching on him or some shit, but that's a whole nother story. So, anyways, niggas in camp and shit, right? And niggas is over there tweaking, so they not. I used to always try to catch one of the little essays that I knew was tweaking, cause the nigga I could spot him, cause they go to dining hall and shit. And it'll be one of them good ass days, like, oh, it's cheeseburgers or bacon and eggs or some cheeseburgers and fries, and next thing you know, they not eating that shit. And you then like, nah, you don't get that shit every day. So when you get that shit, you eat that shit. Especially if it's a bigger motherfucker. So you see the homie all the time and shit. He be like, yo, you want my plate today? I was like, oh, this nigga over here tweaking. Like, hell yeah, nigga, do your thing and let me eat, homie, because I'm hungry. So anyways, fucking, one day these niggas, motherfuckers used to they used to trip me out, because niggas be popping X pills and E pills, right? To me, it's the same shit, but back in the 90s, it was called E. All that 2000 shit, when the rappers start calling, they start calling it X. So motherfuckers was talking about ecstasy back in the day, this shit was called E. So anyways, niggas would be up late night with the fifis just rolling, jacking off and shit. Just jerking off like a motherfucker and shit, rolling balls and shit. And mind you, the beds is like right damn near right next to each other and shit. So once you see a nigga pulling them covers over and shit, you already know what the deal is. Like, nigga, you just don't want to see the fucking covers going like that. Like, nah, be slick. You had to like turn this way and shit, put this leg over, type of shit, and then you just had to get one off like real quick, nigga, without moving nothing. Like, yo. But anyways, so the whole it's my nigga too, man. Last time I seen him was when I was getting released. That nigga was going to the wire. He had just got cracked on another case, and he was going to the wire and shit. I ain't see that nigga or heard from him since. But remember this shit, my nigga. Let me know where the fuck you at, man. Nigga. So anyway, he used to tell me some crazy fucking stories too. Like this nigga right here. If you think my stories is crazy, man, these niggas had some crazy fucking stories, homie. So anyway, the nigga up late night one night, right? Chopping it up, like two niggas or some shit. They chopping it up. Niggas ain't whacking off or nothing, but I could tell they over there rolling and shit. They rolling this shit because they just popped the pill and it's starting to kick in and shit. Niggas got a little energy and shit. So, but it's like 1 a.m. Like, so niggas wake me up. So I go off. Yo, shut the fuck up, nigga. It's cool if you guys is up right now, but now y'all niggas is being sloppy with it. Yo, shut the fuck up, nigga. And niggas like, oh, Carter, man, shut the fuck up, nigga. Niggas talking shit. Yo, go get your mouthpiece. I said, yeah, I go get my mouthpiece, nigga. And when I put that shit in, it's on. It's fucking on. That's how I used to have braces and shit. So I already knew if a nigga could have just slid across that way, my shit would have all been cut up. So I used to throw my mouthpiece in every time I went to get down. So niggas be clowning every time they get lit. Yo, Carter, shut up and go get your mouthpiece. Like, is that what you want? I'll go get it right now. I'll go get it. But anyways, it's like dude on 40-year-old version when the nigga say, do you want me to take the knife out of my boot? I cannot put it in until it has spilled blood. I'm like, yo, I can't take my mouthpiece out until I spill blood. Like, nigga. So anyways, fucking, this nigga going off on me, I'm going off on him and shit. He like, oh, shit. I'm like, yo, fuck you, nigga. Da-da-da-da-da. Then that shit got to a point where I'm dissing now. I'm dissing niggas here. Niggas that like that shit because I wasn't gang banging that back thing. I had threw the towel in like, yo, This jail shit ain't for me, man. Had to call the homies. That's another story. I had to call the homies back home. Like, yo, this shit ain't for me, my nigga. I'm gonna get lost in the system trying to represent and shit. And so I'm throwing the towel in. Nigga said, fuck it, nigga, just come home. We just want you to come home. For sure, my nigga. So niggas will get extra frustrated when I start dissing their hood. They really ain't got no hood for them to diss on them. So this nigga he gonna lay down like, man, Carter, shut up, man. I'll be quiet, man. Ooh. He put his little fucking do-rag on. He made out of his t-shirt and shit like that. He gonna lay down. He trying to get under the covers, but he still talking shit. This nigga, I diss his hood again. Like, boom, like, nigga, get down, nigga. Next thing I know, I just seen the nigga get up. He shot up like the Undertaker and shit. He was laying down. He shot up like the Undertaker and said, whoo. Nigga spit. And all I seen, he on my left, on my right. The nigga just the loogie just went like this. And I'm in, it's going slow motion in the air coming at me and shit. I'm like, I put my blanket like that, and I just seen that shit hit my blanket, like towards my legs and shit. Like the nigga wasn't aiming in my face. He was just like, nigga, shut up. But it was like fucking, that shit had stretched out. You know what I'm saying? Landed on my blanket and shit. I was like, nigga, I tossed my blanket, and at the time, I was asleep. My mouth was a little dry and shit. So he's sitting up looking at me, and all I do is go, I'm trying to get some shit out my mouth, like, yo, I'm trying to get some shit out. So I spray spit all over this nigga and shit. He like, blood, I'm gonna fuck you up. So this time my cover's coming off and shit. I'm like, what's cracking, nigga? Like, what's cracking? We gonna do this shit right in the day room right now. Cause we were both leadership. So I'm like, nigga, we gonna do this shit both in the day room and shit. And that nigga just looked at me and was like, man, Carter, blood, you be tripping, blood. And then walked off and went to the, talk to the staff, because the staff flashed a light like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing over there? He gonna sit on the control center of the staff because he was cool with the bitch and shit. I'm like, man, I just tossed a blanket, throw that shit like nigga. So anyway, that was the time, you know, we didn't really get into it and shit, but, cause shit like that would happen all the time in camp. But I'm like, yo, that shit was like, I almost fucking threw up in my mouth when that nigga said, that shit literally went, I'm like, you son of a. So anyways, shout out to the homie if you see this shit, man. Hit me up, nigga.